Utagba-Uno, that's U-N-O. So Utagba-Uno, okay, you got it. Yeah. It's a small village from Ndokwa West in Delta State. That's where I was born and raised when I was young.
So how did you develop interest to come into music?
It's actually kind of in the family. So my mom has some singing skills which she passed on to us. My elder sister, she's a very known musician in Delta State. She sings traditional music. Her name is Queen Azaka. And I mean, I've always had interest in music as well until about 3 years ago. That's when I actually decided to go professional on it.
Yeah. So now, your kind of music, what kind of genre music belongs to?
My genre? Yeah. The genre of my music is world hip hop pop music. It's actually a new genre that I created myself. So why I say that is because I blend a whole lot of I blend the whole world to it. You know, I bring African music to it. I bring Western music to it. So I just combine the whole thing together. So you have hip hop and you have African accent in it. You also have African language in my music, and you have African music backgrounds in it as well. So it's all mixed up.
Now, what we were doing, like when we were coming, we playing a song in serious practically. That was the song that made my body die. That go very well. Now, every artist actually has their own kind of model. The people that they look up, people like like the men from. So, who would you say were?
Well, I have quite a few inspirators, but my highly valued, highly respected, my main idol is Tupac. You know, I love him to death. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate he's passed on. Another influence I have is, you know, fella Nicola Bokuti. Who also passed on to his son, Femi Kuti. I also adore, I really love 50 Cent. He's my main all-time. And I'm also a big fan, not just fan, but I'm a fanatic of Nas music and his personality as well. I love him to death. So I have a couple of great musicians like that, like Bob Marley, Yellow Man, and a whole lot, you know. Yeah, and my sister, of course, Queen Azaka.
Your sister, is she into gospel?
She's not into gospel music. She sings traditional music.
Like local dialect?
Yeah, with local dialect. She doesn't sing in English. She actually just, her last album, she sang some tracks, added English to it, you know, but she usually sings in local dialect, which is very hard language to sing with in the first place. When I tried to do it, it was like committing suicide.
Okay, I'm going to, now, most artists, a lot of artists, when they come up, like when they are coming up, even when they are already established, you still have them do stuff like mixtapes, you know, and all that stuff. And I want to know, are you going to come out with a mixtape first or an album?
Well, I'm actually going to come out with an album. Basically what I'm doing right now is this CD right here. This is actually Stalking by Azaka. It's a promo CD that I'm pushing out. So this is like my mixtape, that's how I say it in a way, but in a different level. It's a promo CD that have 2 tracks with remixes of one of the tracks. So altogether it's 5 tracks here with the instrumentals, and it also has the acapellas in it. So if you look at it, it's 11 tracks. So it's something that you can even put in your car and just listen to the whole thing like you're listening to a regular CD. So that's why I want to come out with as a promo CD. I have no time to actually go and do mixtape, but I have people putting my joints in other mixtapes that's coming out on the street.
Yeah. So now I was going to ask this question. Every artist, like you know, The Branch came with the word Coco, no long thing. The Green came with the word Kundo. A whole lot of artists come with different kinds of. Nice came with the word ringtone.
Yeah.
I think yours is which Stalking or Kweke?
Actually, I think I'm probably gonna be stuck with Kweke because it's unique. It's new, and it's easily identifiable to almost all Nigerians. You know, a whole lot of like everyone from the east, everyone from former Bender State, which is Delta and Edo, Bayelsa. They understand at least what Kweke means. You know, like when you know, because it's a common exclamation people use, you know, in a different way in that side. So yeah, Kweke stands out for me. It's not stalking, because stalking, everyone knows what stalking is. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's a common thing. One or two people have experienced people stalking them one way or the other. But Kweke stands out.
Now, I'm going to come back to your family. How many are you in the family?
I'm actually from a family of 8 right now. That's 5 brothers and 3 sisters.
Maybe one of them actually happened to do it, but just here and different.
Nah, almost every one of us, all my brothers, they sing except one. One of my brothers is actually in Czech Republic. He sings there. I also have another brother who's in Poland. He also sings there. And I already told you my sister who's here sings. My elder brother who's Azaka, I'm actually staying with right now, he sings. You know, he always had a couple of promo CDs that he did back in the day. But right now he's not professionally singing, he's just does it for fun right now. So yeah, but I'm the one that is actually the first guy in my family to actually take it to a higher level. Yeah.
So now I'm going to ask you, you have sojourn in the US.
Did I have a?
The sojourn, like, did you sojourn there, did you stay for some time, did you go up and live for some time or something?
Yeah, I did. I just came back from the States about 7 months now. That's where I actually went to school and all that. I left when I was young, so I basically went there to actually complete my education. And as soon as I was done, I had the opportunity to actually delve myself back into music, you know, and do something great. So I basically just came back to launch my music career in Nigeria.
What do you have as an advice to most Nigerians who are out there, you know, like out there in the US? I didn't ask that because I wanted to know. You see, we have someone like Stalking who was out there in the US, coming down here to Nigeria to do this music. We had a lot of people coming down here to do music, even though it's been up there, W and co, you know, be up there, but come back down here to do their music. And you also, you've taken that thing. What do you think, or why do you think this is always happening to whatever artists or everything that are out there who are always coming back to do music in Nigeria?
Your question is, what advice do I have, or why did they come back?
Why did they always come back?
Well, I mean, a couple of weeks back, I also met Stalking, who's a friend. He's from Inglewood, California. I myself, I live in California. That's where I came from here, back home. It's a challenge to me. The reason why I came back is because of the challenge that we're facing here in the entertainment industry in Nigeria. I noticed that our entertainment industry is improving. It's from what it used to be, and I'm an activist on my own, and I don't like the situation that's going on in my country right now, especially the political situation and economic situation. So I came back to actually, it's an avenue for me to have a voice, you know, to put out my skill and also to have a voice to speak for the people. So I have to actually come back. People come back because of the love of the country.
Besides music, do you have any other hobbies to do? Anything else like sports too?
Yeah, I do. One of my great passions is table tennis. I love to play table tennis, and I love soccer. And what else? I love to swim. Yeah.
So now when you feel all tensed up and all, how do you relax? Like, when you don't use your relaxation?
Pretty easy for me. If I'm stressed out, I go solo, and I play. I have two of my songs that give me back. That restores my state of mind. Two of those my songs, I just get myself in out to myself, and then I play the song. It restores my mind. It goes quite a long way up to me back.
So now, how or what do you have to tell this of really young artists who are coming up, who are wanting to be like, fast, like, what do you think you can tell them that can, give them that kind of inspiration? Because you inspire by people also need to inspire people. So what do you think you can, or what kind of inspiration, what kind of message you have for upcoming artists and all?
Well, it's all simple. It's the same kind of inspiration I had when I was trying to start, which is, it's all about endeavor. It's all about hard work, and whatever you're trying to do, make sure it's of top-notch quality. Forget about the quantity, and forget about other influences. Never emulate or sing like somebody else. That's my morale about music or any form of art. Don't sound like somebody else. Never try to sound. If you sound like somebody else, even no matter how good you are, people still look at you funny.
Yeah, I think that's true, because I was listening to your music for 3 straight days.
You did?
I did. I ripped it, and I was listening to it. I introduced it to my friends, and I was asking them the same question. I didn't want to ask myself. I asked them. I was like, "This guy is singing. Who does it sound like?" And so far so good. According to my survey, I didn't get the same answer twice.
Alright.
Basically what I'm trying to say is that normally when you see some people sing, okay, this person singing like so, singing like that. And when you have more than one person confirming the same answer, then it's actually true. Yeah. But I realized that you don't actually have, from my own survey, you don't actually have more than one answer. People said it sounded a little bit like Kichiko and Shubidu. People said it sounded more like I can't remember. It seems I feel like 3 years people are sounding like, but none of them repeated one answer, one exactly, which means that you actually have the style that was doing. So, and I want you to give us a little bit of insight how you developed such a style.
I basically developed my style through multiple experiences from every place that I've been to, because I've actually traveled a whole lot. I lived in Europe, I've been to the Caribbean, and I've lived in the US, so all that, experiences and knowledge from all over the world, and being that I love so many great artists, I put it all together, and come up with my own style, the way I feel. So I sing the way I feel.
So what is the story behind the Stalking?
Well, the Stalking, if you listen to it, it's talking about a girl who is actually, unfortunately, got possessed, about a dude. And it's also a story about how girls can want to have everything, and not give up a whole lot. So I got inspired by an experience like that when I was in school. By a girl.
So when are we expecting the album?
Well, yeah. My album is, already done. Right now I just want to really introduce myself to my people. So this promo CD here, Stalking by Azaka, is what we're actually pushing. I want people to actually feel the music first and notice me for a little bit. So hopefully before the end of this year, our album will be released. So right now we're pushing the single. The next single will probably come out before June, and by the end of the year, the album will definitely come out. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.